Let's say you're the head of communications for your organization. You're about to board a business flight. So right after you get into your seat, you buckle your seatbelt and you turn your smartphone off. What you don't realize is all hell is breaking loose on the ground. Somebody in your organization, some employee, has done something terribly disgraceful, and it was captured on smartphone video. By the time your flight reaches 10,000 feet after takeoff, there's already been 20,000 hits on social media. So when you land 2 hours later and you turn your smartphone on, you're flooded with messages from reporters wanting comment, and managers want you to get back to them quickly. That's when you realize your crisis has started without you. This month I wrote a column for Muckrack Daily called "This is what happens when your crisis starts without you." It's already gotten a lot of interest, so I thought I'd talk about it here today. So what we're going to focus on is what happens when your crisis starts without you and what you can do about it. I wish I could say there was a magic formula, but there isn't. There aren't any shortcuts to crisis management when the crises start without you. The fact is, the preparation starts long before the crisis even happens. You have to prepare the entire organization to have a crisis management mindset. The entire organization then can respond to the crisis even before the crisis communicators or the crisis communications team is put into action. That's your best defense against a crisis that originates on the internet or on social media. To really understand this, we need to take a step back and look at the way crises have traditionally been managed. Even the best-run organizations had crisis plans that were based on the fact that it would take time for the media to get to the scene of a crisis, and we would have time to gather information and to develop an initial response. That's the old way of doing things. But now, thanks to social media and smartphones being everywhere, a crisis can happen just about anywhere. It can be captured on the smartphone and disseminated on social media even before the media finds out. And once the media finds out, they can cover social media without even getting a comment from the company or getting information from us. The main thing that any organization can do right now is change its mindset. It has to convince everybody throughout the organization that crisis management is not just a small group of managers' jobs, but it can be everybody's job. Everybody can play a role in crisis management. It's a mindset that goes throughout the entire organization. Everybody can play a role in protecting the organization's reputation and protecting the brand. Your first line of defense could be your social media intern. It could be an hourly worker, or it could be a receptionist. It doesn't matter who it is. All that matters is the person that's in the position to learn about it first knows what to do and knows how to help the whole organization best respond as soon as a crisis happens or even before then. Internally, the focus has to be on identification, evaluation, and notification. Those three steps. Everybody can be trained to identify a possible crisis or a crisis when it happens, evaluate its severity, gather information about it, and then notify somebody, notify the right person. And the person they notify should in turn know how to process that information and then communicate that up the chain so that quick decisions can be made by the organization. You can't train everyone to be a crisis manager, but you can't limit that responsibility to just a few managers. Crisis prevention and management has to be a routine part of doing business. Everyone has to understand that smartphones are everywhere and social media is everywhere, from the loading dock in the employee lunchroom to the trade show floor and customer service. So what you can do then to create this mindset throughout the culture is to communicate, to create a campaign internally so that the conversation gets started. This can be done through blogs or videos. It can also be done through newsletters and e-newsletters, or just giving managers talking points so that they can lead discussions with their employees. The goal is to make people aware that if they see something, say something. The key is to make sure they understand what to look for and how to communicate that before the social media video has an impact on the organization's reputation or brand. In the end, you can create a crisis management mindset throughout an organization without being alarmist.